Hey, what's up guys? Clue here, come back with a new video. Today's video playing some more City Skylines. As you'll probably notice is the game's looking a little bit different. So what I've done is I've installed a bunch of mods, mainly for graphical appearance. Some of them to give me a bit more roads. I think it's extended networks, I think it's called, is the one that gives me more roads. That's a pretty good mod that I'm using right now. It's what's made these look more like roads, and I do get a few little tiny roads, heavy traffic, but the same size as these roads. So I can make a 4-lane that's the same size as this road, which is really nice to see. We also have busway roads, which are still a work in progress, but maybe something I'll look into at some point. Pedestrian roads, which are just basically walkways, but you can zone on them, so that could be an interesting little thing we do. And I think that's all for those mods, but we did install a bunch of graphic updates. I'm trying to work out how to get this to look the nicest, because when I normally have it, it's extremely bright. Yeah. So I'm trying to work out a good match for it to look nice, but also not be ridiculously bright. I've spent about 2 or 3 hours just working on that, but also little things like I've set up this for this episode, as well as done a bunch of trees, as you'll notice, and I bought a new plot of land, which you can already see kind of what we're planning on doing, a new campus. And a bit more residential here as well. So the idea is for this area to be a bit of offices, bit of high density commercial, and a bit of residential. So I'm going to quickly zone in a bit of this. The idea is we're going to zone in anything close to this over here to be offices or commercial. So I'm thinking some offices around here, just for this train line, because I'm sure that this is going to be quite a noisy spot. Actually, I can even check. So noise, it's not too bad, but you can see there's a bit of noise here, so we're going to look at probably putting in a bit of commercial through here. I've tried to make this, so you can see the main road's going through. That's my 2-lane road with 1 lane just like off-roads kind of thing for all of our people to be on. But these are our main roads, meets in the centre of a roundabout with a nice pathway around. Hopefully won't produce too much traffic. I've got Old Town in this area, just so people can't just pass through here, because it would be faster to go from there to there, because of the whole pass-through thing. I don't want that to happen. It's just going to create quite a messy situation, so yeah, we've decided not to do that. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I put IT cluster here. Yeah, but I did not put the other one, self-sustaining, or any tourist attraction kind of add-ons. Another new academic year, which isn't too big of an issue for us because we've already finished both of our universities that we've started. But yeah, so we're just gonna, I think, dot around a bit of commercial and such around near our train lines. Really don't want my residential to be too close to the train line. It just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't feel right to have my residential near the train line. Just sounds very noisy. I do know people live near train lines, but if I could allow it not to happen, I'll try. It's just like that. And offices, I don't believe, cause too much traffic either, so we're not too worried about that. And then I think we'll just add in a bit of commercial, residential through here. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to be looking at a fair bit of traffic through this area as time goes on. We have good demand, so I'm not too worried about this either. Actually, I'm not going to build there. So this will fill out slowly. I don't expect this to be full by the end of this episode, especially with the offices that I've marked out. We don't really have a demand for industrial because we have all the 4 industrial sites going on and they're not currently full. So yeah, I've also done the unlock everything again just to get our newer things. So I now have the ultimate recycling plant, which maybe in a few episodes time we'll have a look at, because garbage is the biggest pain in the game, honestly. Garbage trucks aren't the most efficient things. I've also gone through here and reduced the traffic, I believe. Yes, by quite a lot. It's just this road now that's bad. And then a bit through here. I've upgraded this road, but it doesn't seem to have helped. I might actually... Yeah, I think it's better off if I turn this into a do not just pass through here. So while I will wait for this to grow, we'll quickly do that. So just come here and something like... Actually, we want that road to be included. We just don't want the other roads to be included. It's like this one. And I think that then makes it a self-contained area. Doesn't overlap on any roads. No, not on that one. Yeah, it looks alright. So then we're going to put this as a policy, city planning, odd town. And hopefully that reduces traffic there as well, because that does sound like it is one of our issues. For whatever reason, I have zoning here. I don't like zoning there. It makes no sense. It's not a good idea. Hopefully that's now going to reduce the amount of cars coming through here, because I think it is faster. Oh, wrong button. I do this every time. If I click there... Okay, maybe now they're not, but they were previously, I feel. Yeah, because you see that now, apparently there's not many cars even coming out of here. So, I guess, yeah, we'll just have to see what happens, come back in a little bit to that. Oh, yeah, one thing I didn't do was water. So, we'll just quickly do that now. Like that. Just try and follow the roads as messily as I can. And there. So that's done, and then like that. And like that. Alright, so we're pretty much done doing that. Oh, through here. Like that. I think that's all done now, which should ease those troubles. Another thing that I've done is with our rail, I found that our high-speed rail is now really picking up. So we have 5 trains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 trains on this line, which is a lot, and most of them are sitting full, with a lot of the stops being busy. So in the space of 2 videos, we have created quite a nice high-speed rail between 2 cities, because we've pretty much made 2 different cities here, and this is just a off-branching area, which probably won't even fill in this episode now that I look at it, because this is going to be pretty crazy, I think. It's not going to be big either at the start. I can already see that. Like, these are very small buildings compared to its next door neighbors. But yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a worry. They should grow. So what I'm going to do is just fill this out, and over time, hopefully it just grows in. I'm probably going to put in a fair bit of offices through here as well, just because we don't have a lot of offices in this game. I think we have a bit over there, some there, and some there, and that's it. That's all we have. Because because there's none over here and there's none over here. Also over here, I added a bit more ore production. That's the word. And I've also added these maintenance buildings because apparently they increase the storage. Just thought we'd see how it goes. Hopefully traffic's not too much of traffic's not causing any issues. I did have to change a few roads through here and such, but honestly our traffic is pretty good. I've got no despawning on, and our traffic's sitting at like 70%. Bounces between the two, 70 and about 60, 65 kind of thing. It bounces between, so that's pretty good. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue zoning this for a quick minute. Alright, and then we'll just put in residential through here. We'll probably have to look at public transport through here. I'm well aware of that as well. Oh wait, that's close to a train line. So that can be high density there. I actually don't know what a high density. I think there's shopping malls. Big shopping malls is what high density commercial is. Department stores, supermarkets. That's about it. Whereas is it the same thing? Small stores and cozy boutiques. So maybe not. I'm not too worried. I was just more so curious what we were putting in by doing that. Probably down here would be a few more offices. I wonder what happens if I do that, because I feel like that's going to cause maybe a bit of issue. With growth, I think we're actually going to be spending a fair bit of money just because new zones, we have high-tech housing and stuff like that that can sometimes cause us a few issues. Bit more housing, and then I think we'll go into some offices. Just, yeah, again, don't have enough offices in this city, I feel. And the IT offices will look quite nice in this area, I feel, because they're going to be quite big. And just to prove my point about noise, just because more so I want to make sure myself, but yeah, there's no noise coming out of this area. There's more noise that comes out of high density commercial than anything that an office does, so good to be aware of. Yeah, you can see our demand has plummeted now. So yeah, we'll just let this grow on its own. Let it have its teething issues. That being one of them is water. And yeah, just see what happens over time. See how it looks as well, because hopefully it looks alright. Oh, another thing I did was, probably you noticed it by now, but there's a key running across here. Just trying to make it look a little bit more pretty. Put some sand through here as well. More so just testing the texture pack I have on. I wanted to see what the sand looked like, because it's meant to be an Australian kind of texture pack, and I've kind of gone through to an Australian theme already, so thought we might as well try it. Next thing now would be to have a look at putting in our liberal arts, because we already have a university and we already have a trade school. So let's do our liberal arts centre. Hopefully I can line this up. I think that's right. Yep, 4 on each side. And now it's I don't know what that is, but it's changing to Springfield College of Art, because that is our city. We'll fill in that in a little bit, but that's not really a priority at this point in time. Just do that, and we can connect it straight over to there, because that's how it is. Train lines might be a bit of an interesting one. Actually, we can go straight across. No, we can't. We can go from here. Okay. Oh, I don't want that really high. It looks really dumb how high they are. Just put these all down at ground level. And just like that, there. And then there. So I think also there's another road coming out here. This might be our stadiums, maybe a bit of more housing. I don't know. I guess we'll just see how big this liberal arts college is, because it could be very, very little or it could be absolutely massive. I don't know if they vary in size too much, because I felt like that one, this college is bigger than this one, so maybe it was just inefficiency by me, or it could have been just other things as well. Alright, so I'm just going to change these to tree roads. I'm pretty sure this is my standard build anyways now. And what we're going to do is from here, go out to about there, to about there. There we are. Back down. I think that should line straight back up. Yep. So with this now we have a place for our dorms, which I'm going to do that. And wait, where does it line up? Okay, yes, I don't think we'll probably fit anything up here because that is a very steep difference. I've had to flatten that out nicely. When I built it, it looked very bad, but yeah, this is still pretty bumpy. If you go down that fast, you're going to be launching yourself into the roundabout instead. So yeah, back to this. We're going to put in just, I think we'll start off with like 3 dormitories. 1, 2, 3. We'll go for 4. Study hall. Like to try and keep these close to each other. I know I'll come back to the fact that it's complaining. 2 groundskeeping buildings. Drama club. We will put, another thing we gotta do is pathways. Something like that. Something like that. And then we'll just put in the drama club over here. Right there. I can see that the power is being currently asked for. Water will be another thing. So we'll just quickly connect those up. Just do this real quick, and then I know I have to fill in a few gaps. Like that. I'm not sure if that's going to cover everything. Oh, it looks like it will. That's nice. Alright, and is there anything else we need to put in? Yeah, there's a faculty, a school of education. So it's going to improve our education system here. Doing that, hopefully. Yep, okay, it's alright. So now we have power, we have increased education, which would be interesting if that increases university education, because I didn't really think of that, but does that increase how well our education works here? Not enough students right now. We do have the capacity, so now we do have the education. I'm going to jump this up to the 10,000 mark we usually do. Cinematography, we're going to give them a grant for next year, hopefully leveling them up. I'm going to drop this university's budget all the way down. There's no point in me giving them a high budget if they don't really need it. We've already got most of the stuff we need. I know it's not maxed out. There's still, you know, a few things that they could research, and they'll do that over time. Yeah, so how's this going actually? It's a lot of people waiting. No, it's not too bad. We did put a bus line in here that takes you from the train station to the stadiums, to the university, through the residential, and then back again. I'm not sure how that's actually working. Is this finished? No, it hasn't. It doesn't look. Just They're not really building. Okay. I guess they're just a bit slow. Yeah, I just want to see how this bus goes, because I'm trying to work out if the bus route was actually worth it. So that's the trade school is the one that I want. There we are, trade school. I must have gone over that multiple times. So there's 100 people sitting there. I've actually mixed my buses up. So there's a bit of bendy bus and there's a bit of normal buses, which we're probably looking at. We probably want a few more bendy buses. So we're just going to add 2 more, I think. Because there's 170 people waiting there alone to either go to the bus or to go to uni. Yeah, I did a lot of building off camera because I couldn't record at that point. So they can build there. They're still building up slowly. We'll have to put in education, actually. Just thought of that. So we'll put in just a high school there, or primary school I mean there. Another one here. Another one there. Another one there. And that should pretty much cover it all. I know that's going to complain about power in a moment. If I put a school there, that covers most of it. And then if I just put a school here, that covers the rest of it there. I think that now means all of our education's covered here. They have a bit of a drive to go to either trade school or university, and a bit further of a drive to go to liberal arts. I didn't point this out, but we did change to the intersection here, so it was a four-way intersection, enabling us to enter from the highway this way and the highway that way, as well as giving a connection to the rest of our suburbs. It's called Woodland Heights, so I put a lot of trees through here just to change it up. And with the Australian theme, there is quite big bushland. We don't have Australian trees in the game right now. I might look at adding them as an asset. But yeah. Wow, this guy's already built up. Apparently that commercial store really likes where it is. Alright, we're going to do some parks now. Just like little parks all around the place I think is probably best. Just like this. They probably want one over here, I'd say. One right there. See what they think now. It takes a little bit for them to update, that's why I wait a little bit after. Alright, we'll change the parks up now. We'll put in our little Japanese gardens that are my favourite in this game because they take up no space whatsoever. Because these guys need a few more, we could always take out... is there one building that I can take out? Not really. I could do that. Next to the high school, we'll put a Japanese garden. There's actually... oh, we could put one there for these guys because they're a little upset with where they are. That's a... factories and all that. Industrial, that's a word. So I'm not going to do that there. I guess this commercial I'll give them, although they don't really need it to be honest. But there they are. They can have one there. Geez, oh actually there's one right there. There. That should cover most of that now. That's more industrial. These guys are pretty happy. Put one there. Oh, I actually have weather on as well. I don't know how that's really worked. I know there's a weather button on this. It's Ultimate Eye Candy is the mod here. And the weather I've got turned on. So I just thought, I'll keep it on. I like rain. It's a tropical kind of theme because that's where apparently my climate that I live in is subtropical, which I didn't even know. But yeah, so rain is quite common. Actually, saying that it's been raining all day today here where I am in Brisbane. Wow, that's a very interesting road. I just realized how weird that looks. Just because I've been going around a lot just looking at things, seeing what they look like. Yeah, so I think this has got, what, 22 weeks. We'll speed up time a bit, see if we can get the demand to fly through here. I wonder, they haven't finished building here. What I'm going to do as well is just start zoning this area over here. This is just going to be basic housing, so we'll put in a bit of commercial through here. Something like that, and then just pretty much go like this. That one, and like that. Take away those and those, because they're not going to build there anyways, but we don't want them to even try. And I could put in a bit of residential on the outsides, but actually for this top half I can. And the reason for that is, actually I can do it to there. And the reason for that is because there's not going to be much built out further. And if there is, I can change it. It's not hard to do. But yeah. I'm just going to put in a bit more commercial through here as well. And then de-zone most of that. I just did the big zoning so it would flow. Alright, so we'd go straight across and then connect that up, and then water's the next problem. Which we'll just go like that, and then around. Like that, and then back across. And then we're just going to grid this because no one's going to see the gridding. It's just the faster of the methods. And there we are. Oh, there's that little line there. I think they'll be fine. I don't think that's actually going to be an issue because the rest of the plot should be covered. Alright, so now we just see if they start building. There is a little bit of commercial building here, which they've got commercial demand, so that doesn't surprise me. While we wait just for... Oh, actually, other thing. I just realised, as I saw the police officer, I was like, oh, that's what I need. We need health, police, and fire. So we could put in quite a big hospital in here somewhere. Only for the purpose of covering all of this area. So if we put a hospital there, probably want a few crematoriums. It's like one here, one over here. You can hear everything upgrading because not only do we have good land value, but also we're putting in the things that people want. Alright, so that's good. Death care, health is pretty good around here. I might put a sports hall and a gymnasium somewhere if I can. One there, and then we'll just put in maybe a sauna over here if I can. Actually, we can put it there. And community pool over here. Just to increase the health of these people. It will make them happier, more likely to level up. We'll have to put in probably a large fire station here because it's such a big area that we don't want people to not be covered. We can put in a few little police stations because police stations are actually covering quite nicely with the I think it's a university or the trade school bonus that I'm getting that's actually increasing that. So good. Education, yep, that's covered. We did that just before. Public transport I'll look at later because I'm not too sure as to how much they're going to be wanting, where they're going, that kind of stuff. done all of our basic needs over here. So now the next step is to go over to this one. And do the same thing again. So, with this being such a grassy area, we probably want a fire station there. That covers most of it. Good. And then we want healthcare, which, again, covers most of it. Police, hopefully that covers all of it as well. Good enough. The little end strips that we'll get to over time, it won't be the most efficient of them, but for them, but it should work. Like that, and then like that. Yeah, so hopefully this grows up to be a nice area. What we could do is actually have this road continue on into there. Just another way for them to get in. I want that on the ground. I don't want that how it is right now. Yeah, like that. I didn't like how it was just before. And yeah, so hopefully that grows. Again, this is going to take several episodes, I'd say, for it to be able to be fixed or to be able to be built. Just have a drink. Luckily we don't need heating. Terrain, not a big deal. Parks. They all want parks, that's true. Didn't think of that one. Oh, and education's the other one. What's the best park for this? Dog parks probably, to be honest, thinking about it. They have such a big zoning. I think that should cover most of this area. Power won't be an issue for those, because then they don't really need to take effect, most of them. Oh, some of our little houses are actually building in, which is good. We are destroying it in the bank. What the heck's happened? 650,000. What's all of a sudden gone up in price? Education, I'd say. Ready? Actually, I can't see. I wish there was a way to go back in your years and see what you've done differently. Like, oh, this is what you had last year and this is what you have this year. Because that's the only way I'd be able to go back and see what have increased. Okay, probably the big thing is we're losing so much money on our liberal arts right now. You don't really make money off these until they actually level up. Is that capacity, now that I think about it? Because, well, I have... Oh, they take 400 each. Okay. And we've got 4 of them, so that's 1,600 students we can take. We'll speed up the game again. See if is there anything else we could really do. I'm not too sure, actually, thinking about it. Like, there's a little, like, probably a few little things we could probably go around doing, but nothing that would be really dramatic to this episode. Is there complaints over here? Oh, power. Okay, what happened? Let's do that. Weirdly, we lost power through here. That was never connected, really. Now that I look at it, there was nothing ever connecting that. That's kind of weird. What I'm going to also do are straight slopes off. Okay, good. I think next episode will be the episode we put in the monument, because the ultimate recycling plant. I don't want to do too many of these. I want to get rid of recycling, because that's a pain. And I wanted to do the Eden project because pollution's a pain. But I don't want to be doing infinite power, because that's a fun little gimmick of the game. Tourism, maybe, but then it's just going to increase my traffic, and I don't really have the stuff for it. Medical center, not right now. I don't mind putting around medical clinics. And Hadron Collider. I like education. That kind of depletes the purpose of my campuses if I put that in. So I probably actually won't ever put in the Hadron Collider. Oh, guys, why'd you build like this? Oh, there was a park there? Yeah, that's why. Apparently they like building around a park even if there's no room for the park to actually work. Yeah, you can see like they did that there. Land value, pretty good. As always, it's going to be good because we have the Eden project. Perfect for forestry, which we already have forestry, and that's what that is. Trees just look nice, that's the only reason I did it. Population's looking pretty good. 4% unemployment, which isn't too bad. We're getting more deaths than births, so we're actually losing in population, but again, that's probably just another death wave. Public transport. It's our busiest train route, Eden Heights. That doesn't surprise me. That's actually mental, this one. Most of these buses are full, which just blows my mind that that's even a thing. Metro. Which one's this one? Brown line. It's a connecting link. Oh, that's all that was meant to be was... Yeah, it was meant to connect up the two areas, and it's just demolishing it. Wow. Okay, that's pretty good. So what? That needs more trams. No, more metros. Because you can see these are mostly full, so I'm gonna put in 2 more. See if that works. No, it's gonna need more than that. Gonna have to put 2 more in. Maybe that's too much now. I have another look at it. Come on, stop there. Okay, yeah, maybe we can go 1 less. I think that's alright now, though. Metros aren't too bad, although that line I do have a few on. Which ones are doing pretty... Mill Hill. For whatever reason, no one uses this tram line. Maybe it's too slow. Or maybe there's just better options. I'd say the train line's probably one of them. And most likely the high-speed rail is the other one. One thing I could do, I just thought of it, which funnily enough might actually make this a more efficient yeah, might make this a better line, is that, although that's dumb. If I go smoothing tool, Control Z, soften tool. Oh wait, that's because the tram... Yeah, okay. Alright, we'll put a pathway through here then. Actually, that should have been one of these ones. That, like that, and... Yeah, it works. Unless I do this and then just move that in to connect. Yeah, that probably looks better. Because then it means they don't have to walk from here all the way down there to get on. They can just walk straight through. Which hopefully then means people are more likely to use it. Just trying to do little things to try and improve the city. Wow, so this has built up quite fast. Faster than I expected. We've already got a level 5? Yeah, level 5 residential. So over time this will grow. We've got all the facilities it needs. It's just how long till it grows more so than anything. Not if it'll grow, but how long. We've got all the pathways to try and reduce traffic. As you can see, traffic's really not that bad through here right now. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets increased with the whole offices once they get built in. I'm just gonna clean up like that. It's not too bad. We'll put in that there. Oh, we've got our first on. Is that our first office? I think it is. Yeah, it's our first office. So yeah, they're all gonna be IT buildings. It's just a nice skyscraper kind of building. Like, yeah, you can see there's Smart Reads Inc. Very tall buildings, which is what we want. I do kind of want park life because I was thinking this looked like a really nice Central Park kind of idea. Which Central Park's just such a nice kind of idea of a city thing. Like when you think of a New York, you think of the Central Park and stuff like that. And with that, you can put in other things. Alright, so these now are complaining, so we have to then do that. And then that. But we're getting there. Again, more demand. So that means we'll just put in some more through there. These guys are actually like, they're already level 5 buildings, which is nice to see. Oh yeah, we need to do education quickly. One there. One there. I kind of wish these education buildings had a bit bigger of a range. I wonder if that links it. Yes, it does. Thank you. Because like, I now have to put an education building down here because it didn't link. Okay, that's good enough. Now you go one there, probably one here, and then one over here. We did healthcare, didn't we? We can put in a little clinic over here. And then we're going to do a few of the, like, a gym kind of thing. It's one of them that we'll put in. So we'll do that one there. We'll put in, like, a sauna through here. Community pool over here, if we can. Yeah, community pool there. And then yoga garden, because I actually haven't used the yoga garden in this map, I don't think. We can put one over here. Just to try and increase our overall health of our people in this area. Should reduce then the stress of our medical. Just do that. We can then go the other side of the road if we need to in a moment. Surprisingly, these people are building here, which really didn't expect to when we don't really have a demand for it, but it's good to see. Some more building, Solar Panels Inc. Which is kind of interesting that the solar panel company came in with an IT cluster, but I guess, yeah. I guess you'd need some bit of IT for that. I'm not going to put the key through here for the beaches because I think the beach looks nice like that. I do probably need to put a key through here. I've noticed a bit of flooding through this area every so often. Water surges in this game. I don't know why, but it does. And it is pretty annoying. Because our ferries get stuck. They'll just sit here and wait. And then the water has to rise again for them to go through. So we need to look at putting in a key and protect our university buildings. There's no real damages if it does it, but it just to make it look more realistic. That's all. Once this year is over, I think we'll place the buildings and then call the episode, I think. So we'll just do a quick... Actually, we're not going to wait that because... Like, we're not going to wait that. Just sit there. That's what I mean. Jeez, that's hard for me to get out. Oh, yeah, pathways. That's the other thing I want to do. Just little... Like, right here to there. That's not hard. Here to there. So now people can go to the school. They can do other things like that. As much as that's annoying, that to that. There to there. Can I do that? That does work, cool. This one. There to there. There to there. Yeah, just trying to make kind of connections. I don't know if that was actually... Nah, it's connected, it's alright. Autosave. Get rid of most of this power lines, which is good, because power lines look ugly. And they destroy some of my zoning sometimes, but it looks like the zoning went back, which is good. There is a power issue here. It should be... Yeah, it's fixed now because that person built, which is good. What was the other thing? I was doing pathways, yeah. So, that like that, and then... like that. Is there any more pathways? It would be nice to have something like that. Just connects them up to the medical clinic, high school, and all that. There's another one. Good pathways means less traffic, so you want to be making sure you use them because people like walking in this game. They will choose to walk if they can. So you really want to give them the opportunity to be able to walk to the locations. You don't want to take that away. I do think though that we should now change this to commercial. We probably want to change most of this to commercial if they... Yeah, I'm going to do that because it looks like people do want to be building around here. And we've got more commercial demand than residential right now. We can always expand. We have the room to expand. Is there any more pathways that we could put in? Not really. Like, that's pretty pathwayed out. So that's good. How close are we now? 1 week? Alright. Pretty much after this day, I'd say. Nope, never mind. Probably another day or two. Alright. Come on. You can do it, game. Get the week over. Now? No. Jeez, I'm gonna get the short end of the straw and it's gonna be 4 days instead of the... It's gonna be 5 days. No, it's gonna be 7. Alright. Just getting unlucky. Once I close this, it'll come up. Ready? How long is a week in this game? Okay, that's something I'm not aware of now I think about it. Because that's been more than 7 times. What? That's really weird. 0 weeks now. So they're like end of year exams marking kind of thing. Handing in, you know, your PhD. Your PhD stuff's probably already gone by then, to be honest. How's this look? Oh, there we are. I was about to have a look, but it's all good. Alright, so we leveled up. We can put in a few little buildings and then we'll pretty much be done. So you can see we did hit recognized 602 students at the end of the year, 270 attractiveness, 2 academic works. Tuition fees have gone up by a little bit. And we'll just add in these 4 buildings, hopefully get the presentation required that they want to level up for the next episode. So we have the gymnasium, which will improve the health, I believe, of these people. So we do want that if we can. Yeah, you can see health, which is good. Outdoor study area. You need study areas. So we'll try and squish that one in there. Cafeteria. You want that food hall probably. Can we get in there? No, we can't. Damn it. We could put it in between a bunch of our dorms. Which makes a bunch of sense because we're going to have dorms here and then we're going to have dorms over here. You want your cafeteria in the middle so everyone's got a easy access to it. We already have a drama club. What was that last one? That was outdoor study area? No, we have a fountain. Just a little attractive fountain. I don't think I was ever going to say that in my life about a fountain. But yeah. Alright, so what's that now? Attractiveness is good. Now we just need students. What's our capacity? Yeah, well, apparently this has got 4,000 capacity. Oh, because yeah, it's not just these buildings that have capacity. It's this building, this building, this building. Yeah, okay. Cafeteria. Our School of Education alone has a 1,300 capacity. So we've got the attractiveness, which is that's the hardest one usually to get. The students shouldn't be too hard, especially with this growth that we have over here. Once these people start getting educated and growing up and stuff like that, there should be no real struggle. What's workers' union? Slightly increased happiness, reduced tax. Nah, don't want that. I want money. So yeah, I think this should jump up, hopefully. Oh, and the last thing to do is just put a grant into literature. I don't know, that was just the first one I clicked. There's no policies here that could help me at all. Not really. Let's go for leisure. Alright. So we do have a level 2. Hopefully we have enough educated people for this. High school. Actually, there's not many eligible people for university. So we may actually see that we won't be able to level up next year. Just because we don't have enough students. Which could be a little bit sucky, but there's only so much you can do. Bit of a waiting game then. Next episode, we will look into putting in the recycling center, the ultimate recycling center or whatever it's called. Improve our income a bit. Help with recycling. Hopefully we can destroy a bunch of our recycling centers and stuff like that. And yeah, hopefully you guys like the new look to the game that I've tried to make. Has been raining most of the time, so if I do this and just quickly turn off the rain, yeah, you can see what the game looks like without rain. Maybe there's a few things you guys could suggest that you want done to change it. I'm all ears, really. If you got an idea, I'm more than happy to listen to it. Our little Belmont Hills is growing slowly but surely. Hopefully it joins in with the rest of the area. As you can see, this is growing slowly but surely. Our train line, our high-speed rail is working quite nicely. In saying that though, we don't have a lot of people just sitting waiting. Most of them are on the trains getting to their position, which is good, or their location they want to. Apparently not enough buyers, eh? Maybe we'll have to look at factories then. Timber and paper. I'm pretty sure there is a factory that just does those two. Yeah, pretty much Toy Factory does that. Printing Press does paper. And Furniture Factory does that. So I could just put in a Furniture Factory over here and we would be good. Slope too steep. There you go. There's a purchase. There's people that will purchase it. Merry Christmas to them. So, I'm going to call the video here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. If you didn't, you're welcome to dislike button. Catch any more of my content, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.